Hello, in this short video, we will discuss tips on how to guess an existing brand's USP or unique selling proposition and its primary target market. My name is V Coach Bong de Hungria, and let's look at where we can get information about an existing brand. Clearly, there's two easy ways to get it from its website, and from the website we can see packaging information that lists the ingredient and how the packaging looks. And second, you can also look at the YouTube channel of the brand if it's existing, or if not, in YouTube there are many commercials, old and new, where we can see and get insights on what the brand's USP and PTM is. We also take a special look in the models in the commercials that we will check out. So for today, we'll look at, again, these sources of information to look at the PTM and USP of Close-Up. So this is the website of Close-Up, and at the home page, we can immediately see how the product looks. As far as the packaging, there is a picture of the models, which is a clue as to the primary target market. And this portion actually reveals very clearly what the unique selling proposition is. So, just from the website homepage, if there's one phrase to summarize the unique selling proposition, it's the brand Close-Up gives you confidence to get closer. But in more detail, we can be allowed more detail. The way the brand gives that confidence, it's because of its triple formula, which is unique, that gives longer lasting fresh breath, one. Second, gives brighter and whiter teeth. And third, a refreshing mouthwash for deeper clean. So these are two ways of communicating the unique selling proposition. Of course, the one that's easier to say and easier to remember is something related to closer, which is a good one because it's also part and parcel of the brand name, which is Close-Up. Right now, we are at the homepage of Close-Up Toothpaste Philippine edition, and we see here a lot of information about that indicates the positioning of the brand towards its target market. So it tries to capture it in one phrase, triple fresh, coming from anti-germ mouthwash, purifying gel, and ice cool crystals. These are characteristics that allow you to achieve the free to love closeness of the brand. So if we go further down, it emphasizes again anti-germ, antibacterial, mouthwash. Okay, it's like having a mouthwash while you're brushing your teeth, and a little more information about the different variants in the Philippine market. Okay. The articles also reinforce the brand unique selling proposition and positioning. Okay, so it's again the keywords are fresh, millennial will be the target market, and closer to your crush. Okay, so this is the home page, and if we go to the tag of products, because we can also see a lot of information on products, again, it's repeated that it's the confidence to get closer. That's what the brand gives. How does it achieve that? By beating bad breath and yellow stains through the antibacterial mouthwash that gives longer lasting fresh breath, brighter white teeth, and a fresher, deeper clean. So all the products of Close-Up will allow you to achieve this unique selling proposition. Who wants that? Again, you can look at the packaging, who's the target market, in the commercials, and even on the product itself. So you will see an indication of the target market and the behavior that this brand appeals to. Okay. Now, in searching for products, um, it's basically toothpaste. And if you look at the needs, you either need fresh breath or whitening. So if we filter this fresh breath, okay, those are the three things that you can get: the fresh menthol toothpaste, the red hot toothpaste, the five freeze toothpaste for fresh breath. If you want not just fresh breath but whitening, then it changes, no, to the natural glow, natural smile, diamond attraction toothpaste. Okay, so two different subsets of the target market. If we click fresh breath, then it brings us to again other dimensions of the unique selling proposition: awesome freshness for up to 12 hours. And again, it's the same articles appealing. Again, looking at the models of the commercials, you will find that this really appeals to those who are in the dating zone. Still dating, millennials, so not married, not those with children. Um, and It supports that positioning with the technology. So anti-germ mouthwash technology, and it explains how it achieves that and the benefits of a well-formulated gel-based toothpaste. So that's what we can see um, from the website so that we better understand what the unique selling proposition is and who the target market is. The second easy to access source of a brand's USP and primary target market are its commercials. And gone are the days when we have to wait on TV for the commercials to come up, because most brands have their commercials on their official YouTube channels. So one will notice that most commercials now are, and even TV shows or events have hashtags which allow the brand to summarize in a very simple and easy to remember this um, phrase what it really wants to say. So hashtag says it well. One of the old advertising agencies said that advertising and commercials is really truth well told. So telling the truth, but telling it very well. And in a way, commercials are really the executive summaries of the brand. So, being the summary, it's important that it indicates or gives an insight or a clue as to the USP and the target market of the brand. So again, this is the official YouTube channel of Close Up Philippines. And if we scroll around, we'll see what it tells us about the brand. If we look at the YouTube channel of Close Up Philippines, we will find the videos that the brand has uploaded. Um, and just as a survey of what the lists are, there are playlists and there are popular uploads. So later on, we will see some of these commercials ranging from the um, high viewership here, 17 million views just 1 month ago, um, and the playlists. So we'll have a sample of those in the next portion. So from the official Close Up Philippines YouTube channel, this is the one that seems to have the most views, 17 million views, uploaded just 2 months ago. Today's March 2021, and in just 2 months, it has 17 million views. Curiously, if you scroll down, there's a description of what it is from the brand. Okay. And again, in today's age, the hashtag is actually a way of summarizing what it really wants to say. So, triple fresh can be interpreted as the current campaign and positioning of the brand. Curiously, there are just 4 comments. But again, that's not the point here. The point is to just watching a 15-second commercial, find out what the brand is all about, and not have to really guess what the positioning and the target market is. Again, from the visual in the packaging itself and in the product itself, you will know that the target market are millennials of the dating age. And these are the key things, key selling propositions that the brand wants to say. So let's just play it. It's a 15-second summary of its unique selling proposition and primary target market. So number 1, number 2, and number 3. Differentiating it with the others for the triple freshness all day, protecting you. So we are again watching a playlist from the official Close Up Philippines YouTube channel, and this is one of the first in the playlist under the Make Your Move playlist. So if you scroll down, it's Make Your Move. Almost 2 years ago, 300,000 views. And again, the hashtags are very indicative of what the brand is trying to say. Okay, so let's watch this 4-minute commercial and find out again what the unique selling proposition is and the primary target market.
OMG! Ang cute! Huy, Pam, really? 35 ka na? Cradle snatcher? Is that you?
Uy, pwede. Aha! Bam!
Pam, stop this na. He looks so young. Wait, he is young. Papasa ka na ngang tita niya eh. You should be looking for someone your own age. Or 5 years plus minus. Max na yon, ha?
Yes! You got her attention! Nice one, John!
But look at those shoulders and those eyes. Pamela Legaspi, can you imagine what people might say?
May nagkakanap pa? Ben and Ben? Di ba dapat Backstreet or NSYNC ang trip niya? Anyways, she has good taste. Magugustuhan niya ako. Pero low-key muna. Baka pagchismisan kami dito sa office. And baka ma-HR ako nang wala sa oras.
Ang ingay naman mag-earphones. But hey, I love that song. Bet ko na talaga siya. Kaso, nakaka-insecure.
Ay, landian alert. But with Pam, ilan taon na ba si baby boy?
Wait. May ganong tinginan. I smell something sweet. Parang sugar. Sugar mommy.
Ano? Kori ka dyan.
So, ready ka na bang pag-usapan sa office, Pam? Sobrang judgmental pa naman ng mga tao dun. Kasi naman, he's so young, but so cute. Ay, nako. Age is just a number. Single siya. Single naman ako. Maybe ask him out? There's nothing wrong with that. Hello, 2019 na. Okay, perfect. Nasa fax machine na siya. Game, Pam?
Huh? From Pam?
Hi. John, right?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, Pam, I mean. How did you do this?
Fax machine.
Wow. This still works?
Of course. Ano akala mo?
Sorry na.
So, you wanna make it up to me over coffee? If that's okay with you?
Sure.
Maybe tonight holds a little hope for us. Till maybe we might wanna settle down. Just be near, stay together.
So now it's clear that Close Up is saying yes, our primary target market are the teens at heart by age, but it doesn't mean that the 35 somethings who are still not committed to a relationship are open to dating will also be target markets for this brand. There's a lot to learn by tracing the history of the brand over time and also looking at how the brand is over different locations. So here again is the close-up. I searched for close-up commercial Philippines, and then on the top page I filtered and sorted by view count just to see those which have the most views. And what came out with 32 million views was Close Up India, and as can be seen here, the free to love hashtag is not limited to the Philippines. It's something that the brand uses across different territories or geographic locations. And after that would be several videos from the Philippines, again for the same campaign, Free to Love, which has been ongoing for two years already. 6 years ago, there were Cupid Games, and maybe the classic commercial that summarizes clearly what the brand stands for is a 49-second commercial, Get Closer with Close Up. So let's play this.
I'm walking down the street, I'm lost at sea. The kindly smile, and you're all I see. You make me feel like I can win it all.
Close Up, with a power of mouthwash for white smile and intense freshness. Get closer with Close Up.
So here, what stands out is that the opportunity to be close can come at any time. And if you use the brand, you can get closer with confidence. So that's the message of the brand, that again, by using the brand, it solves a problem or gives an opportunity to become closer with, again, somebody who will be important to you. This is an outline of Close-Up's USP, or unique selling proposition, to its primary target market. And the elements of this are: number one, what's the profile of your PTM? What's their pain or problem? What do they need, want, and demand from a brand like Close-Up? What's the competitive positioning of Close-Up versus its competitors? And in that positioning will determine what is unique about the brand, which is different from its competitors. And finally, we will summarize all of this for Close-Up. So, I recommend the template as far as describing the primary target market. And the elements of the template are: number one, or letter A, it's the demographics, which may include the age range if it's relevant. And it's ideal to have a start and end age so that you can better describe your primary target market. If it's a very wide range, say from 10 to 60 years old, it's hard to put a face or a profile to that target market. So it's recommended, at least for this marketing class, to limit the age to a 10-year age range. In the demographics, you can also include gender if it's relevant. If there's a difference between how the male and female use the brand, or consider the brand to be the solution to their problems. And the other elements, again, only if relevant: social class or social status, marital status, and location. So that's the first elements of trying to describe the primary target market. And again, the exclusion of a certain range or gender or class does not mean that these exclusions do not buy the product. They're excluded from the primary target market because the company has limited marketing resources. But again, they can buy those outside this demographic range. Again, it's always emphasized for this marketing class that the 10-year age range should be complied with to put a face and a profile to the primary target market. The second set will be lifestyle segmentation. What does the primary target market do? And the third is behavior, which describes how the product is consumed by this target market, how much, how frequent, and any special concerns. So all the slides with a mark of template are just listed as a guide so that when they're filled up or used, it will be easier to understand. So for Close-Up, the primary target market are teens at heart. We chose this picture to represent the target profile, the profile of the target market. And if we describe them, they are most probably 13 to 23 years old. It's not gender specific, but because of the pricing of the product and the use of the product, they're most likely class A, B, and C. And certainly at this age range, they're single, without kids, and the younger ones, half of this, would probably be still in school or in the early part of their work. So again, that's the demographics, and this is the behavior because of this demographics. So again, they're still studying or just starting work. And then at this age range, they're actively dating or apologies for the lack of a better term, pacute or flirting towards the preferred sex. So, and lastly, because of this behavior, the usage of the product is they'll probably brush 3 times a day and demand long-lasting fresh breath, white teeth, and a deep clean to gain that extra confidence up close. So with this, and especially again emphasizing the 10-year age range, we are able to have a very good profile and idea of this very defined primary target market. We put a very large age range. If you put irrelevant demographics, it will be hard to describe the behavior and usage of the product. So the second part is what's the pain or the problem of the teen at heart? We can approach it, since this is really not gender specific, we can approach it from the male or female side, but for simplicity, let's just, for this example, just focus on the male side. Probably our target market has never had a girlfriend, never been kissed, insecure, and again, all these teenage problems related to the age. So the questions he will ask is, will she like me? What should I do? What should I say? I have no money and nothing to show. And again, everything depends on what happens. And what if she rejects me? Is it the end of the world if she does? So that's the pain of the teen at heart. So any solution that will take away the lack of confidence and the insecurity will be a big help to this um, teen at heart. So the third, again on a template basis, is the primary targets market's needs, wants, and demands. For this class, it's recommended that we take the needs from Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And as we know, wants determine choice, and demands is what do they want for them to buy the product among so many choices. So there may be multiple answers for needs, wants, and demands, and in order to distinguish the more important ones versus the others, it's good practice to underline and use bold font for those which are the primary reasons or the primary needs, wants, and demands. Again, this will be better seen in the examples that follow. So this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and if using close-up as the product, the teen at heart wants to be loved. There's a sense of belonging and a need to be loved, and there's a self-actualization also, because the teen wants to be happy with their romantic partner. So in a little more detail as far as the template is concerned, the needs should come from Maslow's hierarchies, and wants are variables that are used by the PTM to choose among the many choices that can satisfy the same needs. Demands are, in the end, what the PTM uses to finally decide which product to buy with their money. So teens have unique needs, wants, and demands. Teens need to belong, to be loved, to achieve self-actualization. These are all from Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Teens want and prefer and choose close-up over other toothpaste, and the variables for choice are taste, freshness, color of the packaging, price, credibility, awareness, the brand promise of confidence up close, and possibly even the PDA or the Philippine Dental Association approval or certification for the toothpaste. The demand is whiter teeth, fresher breath, long-lasting, and more confidence to come closer to their preferred sex and feel more sexually attractive. So these are the needs, wants, and demands that again need to be achieved for this primary target market. So we look at the competitive positioning, and it's not unusual to have multiple brands competing for overlapping primary target markets. And if we are to push a hashtag, brands are not alone. They have to compete, and competition is through their positioning. So in order to better address the competition and understand how it affects the choices of their primary target market, we have to consider and list down which are the competitive products and brands, and determine the variables that affect the choice of first the product, which product to use, and then among the products, which brand will be purchased. So Close-Up has many formidable competitors. Directly in the toothpaste category, it does compete with Colgate, Happy. I blued out Unique and Beam because we'll not consider them for the analysis, but also added Sensodyne because it's in a niche category that in some ways compete with Colgate and Happy, but not with Close-Up. So the direct competitors have the same form and category as Close-Up, but there are also indirect competition, mouthwash, breath mints, gums, candy, breath spray, and for those who can't afford it or are surprised by the moment, just a plain water gurgle. Again, to simulate or to get the cleanliness that is associated with brushing your teeth. So two competitors, direct and indirect, and the variables for choice are age, price, age of the customer, price, packaging, specific use, when will you use it, the convenience of the use, availability, the occasion of use, and again, the brand promise of confidence up close. So normally there are two types of competitive positioning maps that are useful to analyze competitive positioning. The first one is a 2 by 2 matrix showing the two most critical variables for consumer choice. Now, you would know that this first map is correct, that you selected the right variables, is if you find that by using the variables, there's non-clustering or non-grouping together of the direct competitors. So for Close-Up, we hypothesize that the two variables are price versus age, and here the size of the bubbles represent the relative market shares of the brands. So the hypothesis is price versus age will allow the distinction or the separation of the positioning of the direct competitors. There's a second positioning map we call the functional benefit, and we will also use and see that for Close-Up and its competitors. So if we do have a price and age matrix and further subdivide the age into four groups, we will see that Close-Up is clearly just positioned originally in one age category, and it's relatively higher price than its competitors. Colgate has always been in the kids segment, but the kids, again, the size of the bubble represents the relative market share. The kids don't consume the same amount of toothpaste as teens using Close-Up. But Colgate is not just in the kids category, they also have the Total and Whiten, and this is again whitens teeth and a longer protection for as long as 24 hours. So it's for the more mature, the older segment, and the price will be higher. No? So I should push this circle higher than Close-Up and Colgate Kids. And then finally, Colgate also has Colgate Sensitive, which is for those with sensitive teeth, and most likely these people would be of the 50 and up range. So Close-Up was very happy just staying in a niche and very defined category, while Colgate traditionally has competed in all the ages with different variants, and relative to competition, Colgate is priced higher. So once Colgate recognized that Close-Up was lording it and being dominant in a very lucrative market, it also added a direct competition for Close-Up, and this was Colgate Fresh. So very wide range of Colgate, but different products for different age segments. And finally, the third competitor in this toothpaste comparison, by the way, after a while, because Colgate positioned in Fresh, Close-Up then positioned Whiten to compete with this Colgate Total and Whiten. And again, my apologies, generally Colgate is priced 10 to 30% higher than Close-Up, and therefore this blue one should be higher up than close-up whiten. Again, these are relative estimates of market shares. Happy, on the other hand, has a larger share and directly competed with Colgate Kids. It also has Happy Fresh, and it also has Happy Whitening. And as shown here, these are where the segments, are the multiple segments where Happy competes in. And in the kids and in the teens category, it's estimated that it has a higher share than Colgate, but a lower share in the 24 to 49 year age range. So this is a very good comparison because there's no clustering of the three different competitors. If they were all bunched up together in a square or in two squares, then that means that the choice of variables was not good. For example, if one choice of the variables is those which are manufactured in the Philippines and those with PDA or Philippine Dental Association approval, then most likely all of these brands will be crowded in two areas of this matrix, and it's a less valuable way to understand their positioning. Finally, before Colgate Sensitive came in, there was a brand positioned in the senior range because of its function, and it was Sensodyne. So this is a first type of positioning, competitive positioning map, which is choose two variables. In this case, it was price and age, that if you apply it, will allow non-clustering or the separation of the different brands that you are mapping. The second type of positioning map is a functional benefit map, and listed on this table are 10 things that toothpastes are normally expected to do. So if you look at the Colgate range, the tooth decay is something that's emphasized for the kids, Colgate Kids, and Fun for Kids, but the Fresh is more focused on whitened teeth, freshened breath, and confidence. Whitening is tooth decay, whitened teeth, and protection for 24 hours. And sensitive is to reduce teeth sensitivity. So these are the four key variants of Colgate. If we compare close-up, you'll never find a statement about tooth decay, but it spends or invests in highlighting its positioning, which is superior in whitening teeth, freshening breath, for being a mouthwash in one, fresh confidence, up to kissing. It doesn't claim a 24-hour protection. It doesn't say that you save money or it's good for teeth sensitivity. The third group of competitors for the toothpaste category will be Happy, and being a market follower, Happy just mimics or follows the lead of the main player. So it has Happy Kids, Happy Fresh, and Happy Total plus Whiten. And the positioning of this, it allows you to save money, which is different from Colgate and different from Close-Up. There is also Unique, which is very similar to Happy, and finally Sensodyne, which is really for teeth sensitivity. From this second competitive positioning map, it is clear that Close-Up niche is based on some things that its competitors cannot offer: the confidence up close to kiss and the mouthwash in one. All the rest are some things that the competitors also claim, so it's not unusual for marketers to not announce the point of parity or the point of similarity. What's important is the point of differentiation. So a screen, some photos of Happy showing it just follows the color the benefit claims of Colgate and Close-Up. And by doing that, it saves on R&D costs, it saves on trying to establish the category by itself as the lead. It comes into a category that is already well communicated by Colgate and Close-Up. It uses benefits that are already familiar and accepted by the target market, and all it has to do is to distribute the product with the same features but for a lower price. It's also useful to look at the positioning from the global perspective. So from the Unilever global site, let's see. We are at the Unilever global website, and if you click brands, it will bring you to several brand categories. And since we're looking for Close-Up, Close-Up falls under beauty and personal care brands. So if you click that, you can look for here, and Close-Up is one of the personal care brands, and here it's clear that it was launched in 1967, and in the global website it retains very clearly two of the three highlights of the brand positioning, which is fresh breath and white teeth. The deep clean is not emphasized so much, but the micro whiteners and mouthwash, which are also the way to achieve fresh breath and white teeth, are emphasized. If you click at the countries where this is sold, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries where Close-Up is being sold by Unilever. So if you go to the Philippines site as part of the Unilever Philippines company site, again it mentions freshness, brighten smile, and confidence to get closer. Okay, and the flavors and the instantly whiter teeth are things that the brand emphasizes today. And again, it appeals to the young crowd. We are at the So the Close-Up USP for its niche primary target market is that it's the only triple action mouthwash and toothpaste that gives shinier and brighter white teeth, one, fresher breath, and a deeper, refreshing clean. That's the triple action. And the primary target market is for the teens at heart who want to feel confident when up close during unexpected close moments, such as kissing. So in summary, let's see again from the site. Let's not invent. The positioning and the primary target market is very clear. So in summary, Close-Up toothpaste offers the unique selling proposition of a triple fresh formula featuring anti-germ mouthwash, a purifying gel, and ice cool crystals to produce fresher breath, whiter teeth, and a deep clean, so that you can have the confidence to come closer and go free to love. It appeals to the youth market, essentially the 13 to 23 age range, male and female, who want to feel confident up close, especially in unexpected situations. So this is the Close-Up PTM and USP, and this was a demonstration of how to guess an existing brand's unique selling proposition and primary target market.